If you want to be able to retain knowledge that you need to pass the qualified manager exams for the private patrol operator exam or the private investigator exam, you're going to have to know what type of learner you are. And there's four types. Four. The first type of learner is a visual learner. That person learns by seeing. You got my two books. The first one, The Private Patrol Operator, and you read through it. And by reading through it, the visual learner remembers and is able to use that information from that person's memory because they read it, okay? Same thing, the California Legal Investigator, a visual learner reads through the text, okay? And by reading through the text, person is able to retain knowledge, and that's for a visual learner. Then there's the audio. You listening to these videos that I present on my channel, that will help those of you that are audio learners, okay? And there's many of you that are audio learners. Going to the DMV and asking questions on what is public record, that would help those of you who are audio learners. Going to the local courthouse and asking the court clerk, hey, what information is public record? And then you having a discussion about it, okay? That discussion is going to be activating your auditory responses, okay? The third type of learner is a tactile learner. That learner learns by touch. So you can go to these public entities like the police station, ask for a copy of the activity log for all the calls for service. You're picking up, you're touching that form, and you're learning that way. That's how the tactile learners learn. And then you have the kinesthetic learners. These people learn by moving around. You walk into the courthouse, maybe you walk to the front lobby of the police station, county recorder's office, the city clerk's office, and any other government building department, the controller's office. You're walking in there, you're moving around, you just moving to these different places and learning what comes out of these places. Those will help those types of learners, okay? Most people need all of these types of learnings to learn. Well, actually, they're dominant in some and then others are less dominant, but typically people can learn from all these different methods, okay? My method of learning is through, the primary method is through visual. For example, I'm taking this Academy instructor course at San Bernardino Sheriff's Department. I'm taking the course and I don't understand what the instructor was talking about on a lot of the modules that we were learning. Remember, I'm actually a visual learner, so they're lecturing and I'm not really hearing anything. I'm not really seeing anything because they don't have a lot of slides in that particular course. So our homework was to review that module, and when I got back to my place and I reviewed the material, it made sense. And it made sense because I'm an audio, I'm also an audio learner, but my dominant learning style is visual. So, I go back and I read the material, I see it, and it all makes sense. And I get the aha moment. That's when you figure out you learn something, okay? And I want you guys all to have that moment also that you learn. Most learners in America are either verbal or audio learners or a combination of both. But positions that require more touching and movement, like law enforcement positions, people in those professions generally are more kinesthetic and tactile learners, okay? It also depends on the type of information that's going to be tested. You're going to be tested on on a computer, you guys. It's not a hands-on exam. So that's also something that you have to realize, that you're going to have to learn some test taking abilities. But look, learn these ways that I just discussed. Figure out what type of learner you are, and understand that you might need that level of learning. You guys, these two books, quite honestly, if you're maybe a 90% audio learner, and they're rare, if you're 90% audio learner, these books are not going to do anything for you. Don't even buy them. Okay? But if you're a visual learner, you have to see the text to understand it, then by all means, get it. Okay? Audio learners, I know that many of you had asked me about like an audio CD so that you can, or MP3 file so that you can listen on your way through your long commute to or back from work. I don't have that at the moment. But when I do, those of you that are audio learners, you guys are going to find out that information is very useful, okay? But for now, just watch, or actually just listen. Those of you audio learners, hear the videos. Hear these YouTube videos that I pass through every week. Look for other ones, and it's going to help you. It's going to help those of you that are dominant with the audio category. Okay, so once again, there's a visual learner, there's a audio learner, kinesthetic learner, and a tactile learner. Okay, so I'm just curious if you guys can please put in the comment section below what kind of learner are you? Okay, just be honest, and just put that. Now I understand that I don't have a test available, but just like just describe which one do you think that you are. Okay, and then once I figure out where to find this test, then I'll post it on a future video. Okay, so I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please comment below. I'll get faster to you if you comment below rather than send me a text message or even call me. Your question is probably asked by tons of others. Okay, I also know that some of you were looking at this number 2017-18 for the legal investigator. This book was published in 2017. This book is relevant for 2019. It's going to be relevant in 2020. I'm confident, even if I don't update it, it's going to be confident in 10 years. The Private Patrol Operator, the first edition, was published in more or less 2010. If I threw this book out and I gave you guys what I used for 2010, I think you're still going to pass the exam. Okay? The laws, our perception of them is that they change a lot. And they don't change significantly a lot in our profession. They don't change too much, okay? So just know that these editions will be relevant. And if you don't believe me, read all the comments. People are posting reviews on Amazon on these books that are like frequent last month or yesterday, within the whole year, okay? Hope this helps, and thank you very much.